was sentenced to life on a 10-year minimum term, meaning if he behaved well, he could be released.
Over to first.
Was sentenced to an indeterminate sentence. He could be kept in prison for the rest of his life. However, when a minimum term is imposed in Gary Winter's
case, this one's got a chance. Way back there, and he was the dynamite.
Until 4 years have elapsed. As that 10 years has elapsed, he is entitled for the parole board to consider whether he should in fact be released. To be honest, 10 years is a low minimum term, so it would seem that Gary Winter was treated quite leniently.
It wasn't justice at all, because Cal wasn't there to live his life every day. Where he still lives this.
Winter wasn't done killing. Once released, his next target would be a lot closer to home.
He attacked her, he strangled her, and stabbed her to death.
26-year-old Gary Winter had brutally stabbed his work colleague, Carl Eden, to death.
For St. Louis, Lars Newbar.
In 1996, he was behind bars.
He starts off convicted of murder.
Now this is in the air down the line. Carroll moving under it. Makes the grab, and that's the third out.
Was pictured with stab wound.
So 2 down. Lars
Security prison.
Next up for the Cardinals.
Most dangerous criminals.
Gary Winter was doing a life
ripped on a line. Crosses the winning run, and the Cardinals walk it off and win it 3-2.
There were two men in there. Tall man that I realised was Gary Winter. I didn't have to see him down the gym to know that he was physically supreme. It's really unusually tall. There's not a lot of men that high. As I pushed open the door, everybody's jumped. He had the tube in his mouth when he used to chase the dragon, which is heroin on the foil. And he turned around and looked at me, tutted. I said, "Can't you knock on the door?" I said, "It's the boy said, I went to him." And he looked at me. I knew straight away that I wasn't going to like him. First time I met Gary was in Long Martin. In some ways, the complex character, quite volatile. He can go off quite quickly.
When he was in prison, people did say
All set to start the ninth in this one. Now the number 2 hitter, Fernando Tatis Jr.
When you look at the crimes he's done,
That's in there, and it's
he
0-1.
is brutal psychopath.
He's quite good at manipulating the system.
And there's the strike.
He doesn't see the light to pitch up, hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Early release dates, or he might get more privileges whilst he's in prison.
Next one just misses. 2-2.
He's very, very quiet, and you could clearly see he wasn't a medium. He seemed like he knew the survival skills.
To his potential
And a
release,
strikeout for the first out here in the
visits
ninth.
from prison. And this time, he started dating
Merrill
Phil.
in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Every person forms a stable relationship when it's having
Down to the zone, and it's called a strike.
his total influence in the program without any shadow of a doubt. He's thought less likely
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
Whether that is a person liable to have positive influence.
That's out to center field. Harris has a beat on him. And there's 2 down. So they're down to their final out. Stepping in for San Diego,
If he
Manny
committed a major
Machado.
offense well out,
Hit to right, and that should do it.
with no chance of release.
He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves claim the win here behind some great.
Released it is very quick for murder.
And we'll go back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. So digging in now for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr.
She was in the
Kawhi to kick the pitch.
and they hit it off. She
Down
clearly
fly ball to right center. Acuna has it sized up. And a quick number 1. He's 2 outs away. strike for the left-handed hitter.
was very worried about what she was getting herself into.
In the air, left field. Ozuna should have it.
One of their first few interactions. I think
Balls
she
it in.
had this
One is
idealized
two away.
version of what his personality is like. But then once she lived with him, his true colours started to come through. There were very
And we're
clear
back.
warning
We go to
signs
the
that
ninth.
was not
Now it's the
a
right fielder,
healthy or
Fernando
functioning
Tatis Jr.
relationship.
This one smoked out to left. Ozuna makes the play. And there's one away. He's 2 outs away. Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. First pitch misses.
The couple
Had a good
moved into
idea.
Anne's Teesside home. But it wasn't long before Vinter's bad temper got the better of
Swing
him
and a
at
miss.
a New Year's Eve party.
Miners Arms in Aston, which is a very close-knit community in Teesside. All the locals will know of each other there.
That's a strikeout. Last chance for the Padres. And now it's Manny Machado. And that's a little bit high. Ball
It just
one.
shows that nothing gets in his way, and he's a very violent man.
That one off the bad part of the bat. Just a lazy fly ball. That gets down for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
For her own safety.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder,
Vinter was
Jurickson
charged
Profar.
with threatening
Profar gets a piece there. Strike two. The Padres down to their final strike.
Vinter
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He's got it for the ball game. And the Braves use 2 pitchers to complete.
Yami had scored
And
some
welcome back to
drugs
the
that
ballpark.
Vinter had
All
told
set
him
for the
about.
start of the inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Straight up to me. Why did you nick my graft off me? I said, nick your graft off you? I said, what do you mean? He got
And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
I thought he was going to swing.
Merrill, the next to hit, takes ball one. The Padres trailing by 3 here at the top of the ninth. Just off the outside edge. And now 2-0. Strike one.
It's amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolutely gas these days. I never would have a chance.
And that's too high, ball 4.
Vinter
Runner on
was
at
up
first
for
with
parole,
one gone.
much to
Now
Anne White's
Machado over
horror.
here.
But despite her worries, he
Ozuna
went
should
back
have
in
it.
to her home.
And there are 2 outs. So they're down to their final out. Jurickson Profar, the next up for the Padres. Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 99.
It's almost certain that this would have triggered something in him. It would have made him feel disrespected. It would have enraged him.
One evening, the couple had a huge row, and Vinter smashed the TV in anger. He packed a bag and stole Anne's passport to stop her fleeing the country.
People like Vinter, who are perpetrators, tend to want this power and control and dominance. And when they feel that they're not getting their way, when their partner stands up to them, then they escalate their violence.
Anne White ended the relationship. Gary Vinter, who had regularly been using steroids, took the rejection badly.
He told me he got jealous over, and that was partly because of the roids, so he got angry. And he was saying he followed around pubs and stuff as well, and started to get more volatile with her.
Back here at Chavez Ravine, Tyrell Estrada to the plate.
Vinter hunted Anne down.
That's
Anne
in
was
for a
out
strike.
with some friends enjoying a night out. He then stalked her and kidnapped her and
Late
took
on that
her
fastball.
to his mother's house.
And Wilfield.
He's
Called
clearly
strike
somebody
3
who
and a
can't
fastball
accept
up in the
rejection.
zone.
He's somebody who's probably quite sensitive and quite paranoid, probably has quite a fragile ego.
Gets under and pops it up. Should have this one.
And phoned her, and she said
But
that
it's
she
the
was
pitcher
okay,
that
that she
makes
was
the
fine.
play.
They had
there's
run
2
the police as they were worried about what was going to happen.
The police called
Found
Anne.
back our way, and that's out of play.
Forced her to say that she was fine.
That'll do it.
And stabbed her to death in the kitchen.
Back here in L.A., new inning getting started. And digging in for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Upstairs.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And it's swing and a miss. That's in there. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's towards center. Edman in position. Puts it away for the out. He's 2 outs away. The batter will be Michael Conforto. In the air, right field. And settles underneath it.
As a precaution, they used rubber bullets to subdue Vinter.
1 out left for the Giants. So here's Wade now.
He was later charged with Ann White's murder.
Flying drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. They'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers get a shutout on the mound.
He's killed 2 people out of prison, and he should never be allowed to be released.
Vinter pleaded guilty to murder, and he was told he would spend the rest of his life behind bars. He was now a man with nothing to lose.
He's lost all hope. He doesn't care no more what happens to him. He's on a final stand and he's joining all different teams to get his payment. He's taking out contracts and hits from all sides.
In 2008, 38-year-old Gary Vinter became a double murderer after strangling and stabbing his wife multiple times.
Killing 2 people
All
in
right,
such a
ready to get
close-knit
underway.
community
And
is
now
going
for
to
the
rock
Twins,
the
Carlos
area.
Correa.
People were devastated.
That one finds the
this
zone,
man
and we
released from
are
prison
underway.
and was able to carry out
That one fouled off.
Vinter pleaded guilty to Ann's murder.
There's a swing and a drop.
He's sorry.
That one back there. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Behavior in the courtroom is.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana.
He didn't show a lot
Off
of
the mark
remorse
there.
for
And
killing
that's ball
Bone
one.
White. He taunted
That one ripped. That's back there. That's going. And it is gone.
Against the relationship between her and Vinter for good reason. So I wonder whether he knew about this and he was using this as an
And now for the
opportunity
Twins, Carlos
to
Correa.
jab out against her.
Swing and a
Maybe
miss.
he had so much disdain for her as a person
In
that he
the air,
just
center
projected
field.
that onto her.
Freeman settles under this one, and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
So much hatred.
So up next, Carlos
He had
Santana.
already killed once and was let
And he
out
did.
to kill her daughter.
That one a little bit high.
It would be some comfort that he will never be out of prison. But
And that one is lifted in the air.
He's dead.
Quan settles underneath it. Nabs it. And there's 2 down.
The judge recommended that
2
Vinter
outs, base is
be
empty.
kept behind
Here's
bars
Royce Lewis.
for life.
First pitch, and it just misses.
He's a master at hitting fastballs. You need to be careful with location if you're going to throw them.
Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it.
Vinter was back in prison in Raleigh, this time with no
Now
hope
it's the
of being
shortstop,
released.
Carlos Correa. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Life imprisonment.
Swings to the fastball up in the zone.
The really difficult bridge to triple
Foul ball
imprisonment.
still 0-2. Righty to the plate. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Carlos Santana stands in now and watches strike one. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And that's ball 1. Comes up empty, that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 out. Here's Royce Lewis. As first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Right through there for his strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
catch them on the back there, then you're going to be banging through if you can't stick up for yourself.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Naylor gets under it, but it's the pitcher that makes the play. And that is
Prisoners who harm women or children are at
ready
high
to go
risk
now.
of
Here's
retribution.
Carlos Correa.
The top dog, Gary
Ball for a
Vinter,
strike.
was
And we're
feared by
underway
most
in
of his
Cleveland.
peers.
Fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's his confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Carrasco, he's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. 2 away.
So that fear whenever they were near him, you could see that he had the edge now with another president.
Ready to go. And now for the Twins, Carlos Correa. And he's swinging a miss there.
Vinter was transferred to HMP
Next
Freight.
offering is in for a strike.
Ricky Kelly was also locked up there.
The type of people end up in front of the worst of the worst. You've got
And the
serial
pitch.
killers, terrorists.
And down on strikes he goes. And 1 out now.
First landed there.
Carlos Santana in the box with 1 away as he takes ball
Second
1.
day I was there. I seen a terrorist get hot oil in the kitchen. I was in the
That one
kitchen
out
because
to
I was
right.
cooking your own food there.
And it drops in. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Just tipped it over the terrorist side. And then just seeing his skin peeling off the back of his head.
And here comes Carlos Correa. The pitch.
First met Gary
Fastball
Vinter
in
in
for a strike. And
2008.
that's how this game
Been
gets
there about a
started.
year. And
I think
Gary
it's very
came up with the
important
same
to
wing as me.
establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
So he's quite intimidating to look.
Shortstop takes the ball.
He started thinking that people had to sort of
Heading down the
because of the
line.
sentence that he was doing.
And that will
He
drop
wanted to feel
foul.
as if he was in control. When he come across someone who was doing life for
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana.
because obviously
Here's the strike. In the air, right
Had
field,
shown so
on the
much
move.
aggression to other inmates
And there's two
that he was
down.
moved to solitary confinement.
So you've got a segregation unit where any prisoners that might be housed down there for their own
Here's Carlos
safety.
Correa.
So they'll be able to down there.
Swing and a broken bat flare. Tosses to first. That takes care of
I got into a madness on the segregation. So,
And here comes Carlos Correa.
came out of the
Pitch. That one finds the zone. And this one is off and
Who
running.
was in the next cage? Gary
That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start
Because
the
of their
inning.
previous run-ins, Yami B was still wary of Vinter.
When you're down to segregation, there's only certain people that you can talk to. And it was only
Here's
me and him.
Carlos Correa. And here it comes.
He said, my name's Vinter.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
Because you do the same sentence.
And there's a foul ball.
I said, because what for?
Righty delivers. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Carlos Santana, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Old strike right there.
They didn't look too good.
That one at 95, misses up top. Down 1 and 2. Cuts and misses, it's a strikeout. Royce Lewis in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a
It
cold
was an
strike.
expensive hobby.
That to right.
When you take drugs in prison, you get in debt, then obviously you're
And
going to
that
get
is
yourself in a
that.
lot of trouble by the lads that are selling the drugs.
Word on the prison wings was that Vinter's
Here's the
motive for
shortstop at
violence
the
was
plate.
not always
Carlos
personal.
Correa. Down the middle for a strike. And we're underway. That one finds the zone. 0-2 down. Cuts out and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. 1 out, base is empty. Late on that fastball.
To see him around the very
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
really want to say no to.
Stays alive.
Really want to talk to. That the only conversation that they will have with
High
him
in
is
the
if
air,
they
out
want
to right.
to do a hit and a contract.
Balls it in,
he's
2
done,
away.
as what I know of, at least 6 or 7 hits that he's done. So that was in the space of, what, 18 months? So what else has happened since then?
And now here is Carlos Correa. Fastball for a strike. And we're underway in Cleveland.
prison officers were at
And
risk.
here comes Carlos Correa. Pitch. Fastball in for a strike. And that's how this game gets started. Foul ball there. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Now it's going to be Carlos Santana. And that's a strike. That's in for a strike at 95. And it's 0-2. And they'll do it again. Into center. Freeman on his way over. Puts it away for the out. 2 up, 2 down.
After causing so much trouble, Vinter
And now the
was
shortstop,
transferred
Carlos
again,
Correa.
this time to HMP
Right side.
Wakefield.
Wakefield Prison is known as Monster Mansion
And makes
because
the grab.
it houses some
One
of
away.
the worst criminals in the UK. So he's very much a part of the furniture there.
Vinter was
All right,
locked
ready to go
away
here.
in the
Now it's
isolation
the
unit.
shortstop,
He
Carlos
wasn't
Correa.
happy about
He
being
was late
separated
there,
from all
strike
the action
one.
and the drugs.
And that one fouled
He
off.
had been complaining to prison officers that
Foul
he
ball,
didn't
it
like his
stays
conditions.
nothing
He
in
wanted
two.
out. He wanted something better.
And the righty deals.
And he threatened to kill
Looking for the K.
unless his conditions
So digging
changed.
in, Carlos Santana. And that one clips the corner. On the ground. And that chance handled. Sends it to first. Too quick out.
Vinter set his sights on a high-profile target, one that would get lots of attention.
And now for the
Roy
Twins,
Rising
Carlos
is
Correa.
inside prison for killing Sarah Payne, a little schoolgirl, and that was a
Here comes the
case
pitch.
that shocked the entire nation.
In the air,
It was
left side.
An awful, awful
Quan
killing.
settles
Such a
underneath
gorgeous
it.
little girl.
Roy
And there's one
Wakey,
away.
a convicted murderer and sex offender, was 9 years into a 40-year sentence for the crime. And with Whiting on
And
the
now for
same
the
wing,
Twins, Carlos Correa.
at a target.
Pitch. Not even close there. And we are underway. And that one hammered. That's back.
Used as a weapon. When people are
Got it. Banks against
and they want to inflict the most serious harm on them. So when they're using these weapons, they go for the eyes because that's going to cause the most damage. Go for the neck to try and inflict as much damage as
all
possible.
set to go. And the batter will be the shortstop, Carlos Correa. Down the middle for a strike. And we're underway.
He saw Roy Rising in
Good luck
his
catching up to that one.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana.
Gary
Oh,
Vinter
foul.
was locked up in one of the UK's most
And a
notorious
pitch.
prisons, HMP Wakefield, also
One down,
known
base is empty.
as Monster
Looked
Mansion.
like it was a little bit up.
Vinter wasn't happy and
Next
went to
pitch
attack
misses.
child
And
killer
the count is
Roy
3-1.
Whiting in order to get
That
himself
one
moved.
hammered, but pulled foul.
In July
Kicks and
2011, Vinter saw
Knocks that
Whiting's
one
cell
away,
door
and we'll do
was
it again.
open and decided this was his
Foul. We'll
moment.
see another
He
payoff
went
pitch.
in with
And he walked him.
his
It wasn't
twin
easy, but he earned that walk after a long...
and stabbed him in both his eyes.
All right, ready to get
Roy Rising
underway.
fell to the ground
And now for the
and he
Twins,
beat him,
Carlos
kicked him,
Correa.
punched him,
Up
very
and
killed
in,
him.
and this one is off and running. Well, in the 95 missed up top. That's ball 2. This one in the air, right field. Thomas coming on. He's got it. And there's one down.
So it's very possible that Vinter did this because in his own warped sense of morality and mixed in with an inferiority
Ready to go.
complex.
And now the shortstop, Carlos Correa. And he gets that fastball by him
Roy
upstairs.
Whiting was hospitalized
And a
and
swing
shot
and miss.
Vinter was charged with ruining
And
the
they file for the
and the
K.
case was ordered.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Swings through that one out from
Apologies
that
for his
time.
actions.
It was
One
a
out,
really
bases
strange
empty.
court case because he
Next
is so
one misses.
dangerous and
It's a
he
ball
is
with
in
2
confinement
strikes.
in prison. It was done via video link. He was smiling pretty much the whole time.
Struck him out looking.
Vinter pleaded
Fastball, the
guilty
letters
and
frozen
was
for
given
strike
an
3.
indefinite sentence.
Quan
His
settles
lawyer
underneath
said
it.
he is
Corrals
pleaded what
it.
he'd done. He got
And that'll do it.
satisfaction out of attacking Roy Rising, and he wanted to kill him.
And now for the Twins, Carlos
I
Correa.
remember Vince interrupting the call
This
here
is a
to
changeup,
say
and
that
we're
he
underway in
stabbed him
Cleveland.
because he thought he was a
Just
dirty
missed.
When he said those words in court, he seemed
Off the plate inside.
satisfied
And it's
with what he'd
3-0.
done.
There's the strike.
He said to the judge, "Thanks, Judge, it's been a pleasure." He liked the attention, and I remember thinking he will do that again.
Swing and a miss. Some high cheese for strike
May
3.
2014,
Carlos
Vinter was
Santana at the
transferred to
plate and
HMP
takes high there.
In this jail, Vinter was
One out, bases
at the
empty.
top of the hierarchy.
It's traditionally held some of the most notorious inmates.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Robinson, for example, who are held in a closed supervision centre in
Out
Woodville,
towards left
which
center.
is a kind of intense
Freeman
unit
sizing
that's
this one up.
heavily staffed by experienced
Pulls
prison
it down
officers
and he makes
that
the
deals
catch.
with the most difficult, dangerous and damaged prisoners.
I heard he got into an altercation with the Muslims and he then become a target himself.
The best way of survival would be to join the Muslim gangs because no longer did the old villain have to say on the wing when there was trouble line, or I will sort it out this way, we'll sort it out the proper way. Now it was the head of the Muslim gangs who would have the final say, and the rule is inside the category A's, the Muslims are not allowed to fight their fellow Muslims.
So he converted to Islam to be one of them, to protect himself.
Rehabilitation is offered to all inmates, but was off the cards for Gary Vinter. He had no interest in reform and had passed the point of no return.
There would have been rehabilitation services for alcohol and drug problems, but of course the individual has to want to engage, and if they don't have that drive, that insight, then
Here's
it doesn't
O'Neal
matter
Cruz.
what, the whole system is not going to help. The norm is to continue to behave in exactly the same way that people have previously.
Ray,
The
back to
greatest
work.
predictor of future behaviour is what people have done in the past.
Vinter is no exception. He continues to be aggressive and makes threats if he is not moved back
Missed
to
inside.
Toronto.
And the count even 1-1.
Violence Vin is prepared to do is the extreme violence.
There's the swing and a miss.
Very little to bargain with. One way that they can get what they want, and they have long done this, is to use threat, coercion and violence.
Vinter's ultimatums were not enough to get him what he wanted. So he does what he knows best.
Vinter's next attack is on a prisoner
Bounce to the
by
left
name of
side.
Lee Newell, who himself
Fires over
is
to Hopkins.
convicted of the
One
murder
gone,
of
bottom
another
half of the
prisoner, a sex offender, while in prison custody.
Lee Newell was first jailed for strangling a 56-year-old neighbor, Mary Neal, to death.
Behind that swing, it's strike 1.
Well, here's a deal not everyone remembers. Cruz was actually signed by the Dodgers in 2015, but Los Angeles dealt him to Pittsburgh in 2017 for Tony Watson. That's a rare trade the Dodgers just might regret.
And then jump up and down on his head in what's been described by some stats that
Sets him down on strike.
the worst stats of prison violence that they've ever witnessed.
Took him only 27 seconds to brutally attack him.
They had beef before and Vinter
Up the middle.
got a chance to do it.
There's one. Fires to first on the run.
Newell suffered a fractured skull, a severe brain injury, and was left blind in one eye.
Gary Vinter clearly has no boundaries. Anything is doable
Line
for
drive to
him.
short and
When
caught.
you look at the killings and the attacks that he's done, nothing stops him, and clearly he wants them to end in fatalities.
Here's O'Neal Cruz.
Reactive. He seems very cold and calculated. He seems quite instrumental in his nature. It feels like he views Newell as not even
The
a human,
right-hander
it's just
back to
an
work.
object.
It's outside, and it's 1-0.
Vinter is without doubt the worst criminal I have ever covered in my time of crime reporting. He is
High fly ball out into left center field.
And what terrified me the most is that
Squeezes
he
it.
just didn't
Runner
care.
tags for home.
He has no remorse for
And they
anything
strike
that he's
first
done.
as they take a 1-0 lead.
Following the attack, Vinter was not was sent to a notoriously tough and overcrowded prison.
Into the outfield, base hit. Relay throw to second, and he's out, trying for two.
Prison overcrowding creates frustration.
All eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Frustration and the moment more demand on stage.
In the air to left center. Sizes this one up. He's got it. Both runners tagging from second and third. He'll score on the sac fly, and they lead by
Contrary to
two.
his Muslim conversion, Winter started an Islamophobic gang
The wind of the pitch.
of death before dishonor.
And first offering is fouled off.
Attacks that are perpetrated
Kicks and fires.
on other prisoners, particularly in some of those supervision
And now it's
centers,
even
becomes very
1-1.
difficult and tense places. He's like a ticking time bomb. It could go off at any time. But
Bounces
also,
up the middle.
he's at risk of being attacked as well.
On the run, sends it over to first.
Winter will remain behind bars in a maximum security prison for the rest of his
Here's
life
O'Neal
with no
Cruz.
option of parole. He is at the top of the food chain
the right
and
hander back
feared
to work.
by the most dangerous of
Right
prisoners.
side, hard hit. Terang over to first in time. But it's 1-0 as the run
Is the
scores.
papa of his first victim, Michelle.
He's a monster. He's evil. Should have been in there.
Swinging a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Right back there, and boom goes his enemy.
Savage kept me going all these years. Me and the girls really miss him deeply. Always loved and forever. God, but never forgot.
Gary Winter should never, ever be allowed out of prison. He is a dangerous psychopath who would kill anyone in sight. He has no boundaries. He likes the attention, and he has said many times he has nothing to lose.
Somebody will die very soon. Possibly him. Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. It's another Halloween, another horror movie. Alex, react to a horror movie. We like to see you being crippled and riddled with fear for our own sick, sadistic enjoyment. Why don't you take a stab at Scream, one of the most classic horror movies ever? But I'm being an asshole. Yeah, Halloween, dude. It's a beautiful time
Here's
of
the
year,
second
right?
baseman, number
I mean, small
11.
children that are
The pitch.
probably overweight. I mean, Jesus, we got an obesity problem in this country.
And a foul ball.
I'm not saying anything new.
You'll
Dress up
want.
in overpriced costumes to come demand candy from
Swing
you.
and a miss. 99. How do you do?
Baby Herring from Mean Girls is the one time of the year when the girl comes
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Actually, it's still
And now
nice.
Vader up to the plate.
Movies. Yeah. Don't they just fill us with happiness?
Ball
and
one
excitement?
there.
It's thrilling. It's fun. It's engaging. Until the point where the movie ends.
Back one
and
in
you go
triple
home,
digits.
And again, you are crippled and riddled with fear. And it's all
This
this
is strike
anxiety
two.
is just compiled inside of you to the point where you cannot conduct yourself in a normal operating manner. And
Bounce it off.
day-to-day
Still
meaningless
1 and 2.
tasks that you would normally do with ease. You can't fucking do
One
because you're
count,
afraid that
bases
someone's
empty.
going to come around the corner and behead you.
Just
slash you
off
up.
the
We're
inside
saying that the
corner.
schools are going to
2
fill
and
you up
2.
and possess you, and you're not going to be the person that you knew yourself to
Got
be.
it. Looking. And he did not like the call.
Today we're watching
Now up to
Scream.
him,
Just fucking run
Francisco
it, man.
Lindor.
Before I change my mind.
And it's fouled away.
Okay. A little bit
And
of
a
a jump
pitch.
scare, honestly. All right.
Hello.
Drew Barrymore.
2 down, nobody on. Gallo strikes out the side to
Right back.
begin the game. What a start.
Hello.
I'm sorry. I guess I dialed the wrong number.
So why'd you dial it again?
Because you sound pretty fucking hot.
They've got 900. See ya.
Yeah, get a mail order bride if you want to talk to a random ass woman. Fucking creep. You like scary movies? Yeah. It's the creepiest voice I've ever heard. What's your favorite scary movie?
Halloween.
Kind of meta that they're talking about horror movies in a horror movie. So, you got a boyfriend?
Why? You want to ask me
date?
Drew, you don't know who the guy is on the other side of the line.
You never told me your name.
Why do you want to know my name?
I want to know who I'm looking at. I thought we were going to go out.
Nah, I don't think so.
Don't hang up on me.
Bit of a psychopathic vibe. Bitch, you forgot your fucking popcorn. Honestly, I would be freaking the fuck out, dude.
Listen, asshole!
You can't get off!
You hang up on me again, I'll cut you like a fish, understand?
It's really stressing me out how she sees her popcorn's burning and she's not removing it from the stove. I feel like he's in the fucking house.
Want to see what your insides look like.
And
And I mean the insides from your kitty cat in your pants. Fuck.
I thought you didn't have a boyfriend.
Get high in the air.
His name Maximus! Don't really stop a cleaver, does it?
His name wouldn't be Steve, would it?
He's stalking her? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Wait, she really does have a boyfriend? Why? She's a little slut. Why would you say you don't have a boyfriend if you have a boyfriend?
I want to play a game. Name the killer in Halloween. Come on, it's your favorite.
He's talking about you, asshole, and you say put.
Yes, very good. Now for the real question.
What size are your donkeys?
No! I'm sorry. That's the wrong answer.
God, that is gory. Dude's gonna be in the fucking house. He's probably behind you right now.
Final question. What door am I in?
Oh my god, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
If you answer correctly, you live.
God damn! I was gonna ask you, what are you gonna do with a letter opener? And of course you didn't take the popcorn off. Take the popcorn off your fucking stove! Oh, hell no, dude. What a fucking freak. It's gonna be right behind her. It's gonna be a jump scare. It's gonna be a fucking jump scare. It's still gonna get me. Oh, shit. I used to dress up as the killer in Scream here for Halloween whenever I was little, because it was like the easiest fucking thing ever. You had one mask and you put a fucking cape on. Who the hell? Who is that? Damn! Could you not go through the door? Stab her right in the heart. Okay, it doesn't really matter if you kick him right in the neck with fucking Fiona stabbed out. Oh, those are her parents. Thank you! Thank you! Dead as fuck. Fucking hell, dude. Well, that was a nice. Literally just put your dick inside of the woman and there's no thrusting. You just sit there and soak. Sometimes there's even the job of the friend who sits there and shakes the bed so there's no actual penetration going on. I don't know why I know so much about fucking Mormon sexuality, but
About the sex stuff. I'm not trying to rush you at all.
yeah, you are. I hope Billy gets killed. I know you wanted to see Monarchies for a long time. Oh, there she blows. She's got that like 90s fine type of vibe, you know? With the bangs and everything.
Authorities have yet to issue a statement.
That is not your color, woman.
Casey Becker and Steve Orrs were killed last night, ripped open from end to end.
Jesus.
I mean, they're interrogating the entire school.
There's probably a sweater vest right behind you guys.
Dawn was saying this is the worst crime they've seen in years, even worse than, well, it's bad.
Even worse than what?
Who's up next? Sydney Prescott.
It's Stanley Yelnats' dad! Whose name was also Stanley Yelnats.
Brooke, Dewey.
That's Deputy Riley today, Sid.
I don't trust the guy with that thin of a mustache.
Hey, they asked you if you like to hunt?
Why would they ask you if you like to hunt?
So you might tie someone up like a fucking deer and gut their innards.
How do you gut someone?
Take a knife and
he slid him from groin to sternum.
Are you trying to get people to raise their eyebrows at you, you stupid fucking idiot?
Better live her alone.
Leave her alone! Okay, that was actually kind of good. Leave her alone.
Although this is not the first time this small...